What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Micah. I'm going to be giving you guys some messages for today, right? This message is going to be on the Capricorns and for the Capricorns, okay? Let's see what we got for you guys. For my Capricorns. Capricorns. Okay, so we have, I want you guys to make sure you guys are praying to whomever you associate with or whomever you believe in. Make sure you guys are praying to the higher power or whoever you are, whoever you believe. I say that because a lot of people get confused and they believe that that's why you have a lot of people calling tarot devil work. And see, there's people ignorant because it doesn't matter what you do. Anything you do can be classified as ceremony devil. Like for an example, if you was a preacher, I said this in my last video, if you was a preacher, and one second. Okay, chapstick. Hold on. Okay, look. Check this out. People would comment in my comment section told us some devil work and all of that. But listen, my response to that, if you had a preacher, right, that on the outside says that they worship God and everything, right? But in reality, they end up taking the money and spending it on their luxury wants. Would you still call that God's work? You know what I mean? If they're using the funds for their own personal gain? No, it's not God's work, especially if they've advertised it to go towards a cause like homeless or whatever, right? So it doesn't matter what you do in life, it matters on your intentions. So if I'm on her and I'm speaking great intentions and if somebody wants to disregard my voice, disregard the messages that I'm giving, then who's playing the devil's card to devil? Because last time I checked, the devil avoids the good and he just goes straight for the bad. So I think people need to realize that. So I do want to suggest that. So what I'm trying to say is whatever you believe in, whomever you believe in, don't be afraid to let that be known. Don't be afraid somebody's going to come and state their opinion. It doesn't matter. But make sure you guys are praying to your power. Whomever you believe in, I'm not here to judge you. Make sure you guys are praying to your powers, right? Praying just in general, just to help you all through your situations. Okay, for my Capricorns, you guys could be in a moment of like anxiety, heartbreak, anger. I'm trying to think of really common emotions for people. But find a happy spot. Find a happy place. Find something that you really want to be a part of, or just find something that helps you cope with damn emotions that you've been going through, things like that. One thing, emotions can cause us to prevent our success, situations. It can definitely delay a lot of things. It can definitely prevent a lot of things. So it can get in the way of a lot of things, right? Because how we feel at the moment can go off of our mental state, can go off our spiritual feeling, can go off of a lot of things. But what I will say is this. We have to learn to work through it, but importantly, we have to remember why we're working through our feelings, right? Our happy place. You guys haven't been like at any situation. It could have been school. Like everybody's going to school at one point. You're at school, or you're in a task that you do, right? You're doing a task. You're washing dishes. You're doing something, right? Let's just say you're doing something that you don't really typically want to do, and you ever think about, oh man, I can't wait till I get him play the video game, or I get him and see my friend, or I get him and I get to draw. You think about something that you want to do while you're doing something you don't want to do at the moment, and then it kind of motivates you to do what you're doing. That's called working through your feelings. Like that's using a great task because you're turning to a positive result to say, if I finish this, I can do that. Or if I complete this journey, I can reap the rewards later. So this just is kind of cooked with your emotions for my Capricorns, right? Alright, so listen, this next one is going to be based on whether anything that, sorry, some notification popped up. Whether it be anything that comes on to you watching videos or you in any situation that somebody gives you any advice and you're like, wow, okay. Make sure that you guys take an action to that. And I will say this, knowledge that's not being used is knowledge that is, in a sense, is not really valuable if you're not using the information. So whatever it is that you're watching, it doesn't necessarily have to, I mean, just the other day, last night I was watching a tiny house build. Right? I'm probably never gonna go build a tiny house, but I'm inspired to, chase my journeys. Because in a sense they was chasing their journeys. In a sense they was doing things that they typically wanted to do. You know what I mean? So I think that for me, I look at that like to say, okay, I'm going to continue with what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think that's what everybody should do. So if I say something that inspires you, like take action on it according to your life, your personal life. So if I say things like, work through your feelings, and then you say, okay, you remember that, you go, let's say you go somewhere next day and you use that information and you actually end up working through it. Please come back in the comment section and let me know. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, take inspired action with whatever it is that you're gonna obtain or whatever it is that you're going through, and you see something, make sure you guys take action. What else we got for you guys? Alright, so for sure, my Capricorns definitely get out there and do some sun gazing, get out there and experience things that the sun has touched, right? It could be eating more vegetables, it could be doing anything to get yourself closer to the sun rays, or you know how like the sun helps with the vegetables grow and things like that. So just be connected with the sun. You know what I mean? The sun's a very beautiful thing. I think it's very encouraging because it gives our dark world light. For an example, y'all see when y'all go outside at 2 o'clock in the morning, the stars, yes, there's a little light, but the sun just lights up everything. And I feel like the sun's like that person in your family or that person that you know of that's so full of joy. It might be yourself. The sun might remind you of yourself, or you might be reminded of the sun. You know what I mean? It's like you come in the room, you got a lot of aura, you're bright. Everybody knows that one person like that they've met that at the moment we might not know what they're going through on a personal level, but when we see them, we see brightness, we see charisma, we see charisma. Apologize for my word speech early in the morning. I'm not trying to make that an excuse, but in a sense it's like I'm a human, you know what I mean? This video's unedited, like, for me, so I think I do need to say it for the videos. I feel like I can come off as like, but I'm speaking, so I don't have no script or nothing, so I'm just going off of freestyle. But like I said, everybody knows this person where they're just, got the charisma and things like that, and they just come in so joyfully, and that's what really makes them who they are. You know what I mean? So I think that anything that serves the light, that's where we need to be going towards, right? So, like I said, you see temple of the sun, and I feel like the sun has light. So my main message for you guys is anything that serves light, connect yourself with it. There's positive energy in there. So we got to tune to the divine. Make sure you guys are getting attached yourself to the spiritual team, right? You guys ever knew the divine time? Y'all know about that, right? Let's remember that, right? Everything happens with divine time, and everything happens according to. It's natural for the spirit team. It's natural for the universe. It might be unnatural for us because we want things to happen at this time, and then sometimes they end up happening at the wrongest, but yet the right moment. It's so crazy. I'm telling you, if you just peep how your life went out, you notice that all the great things happen when you least expected it. For the most part, you least expected it. That's what makes it so great, So just attach yourself to all of that stuff. Alright, what else we got for you guys? Alright, we got shadows. And this could be indicating like a lot of things that you're doing does not have to be said to a lot of people. You can keep a lot of things closed in. And I say that because a lot of people is not going to be as happy as you are, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, because of course we're very humans, even though we can live by ourselves, we're still very emotional attached people. Like we still want to have hugs, kisses. We still want to be connected to people. You know what I mean? Even my introverts out there, you still have a sense of I want to be loved. Everybody has that. As long as we're alive, we're gonna always have that. Since babies to the grave, since a baby to an old person, you're always gonna want to be comfort, right? Whether it's comforting yourself mentally or anything like that. That's why since we talk to ourselves or we converse mentally with ourselves and things like that. So it's just a confident thing. We do things with our hands. You know what I mean? But with that, all that being said, there's gonna be things that you have accomplished or you have coming up that you might need to keep in the shadows. You might need to keep. I'm not talking about negative things. I'm not talking about that. I just speak that because I know people think weird when you hear shadows because they think of what comes with dark. And while that's true, what happens dark will come in light. I have this energy where I'm speaking on. And something else people don't talk about, which is keeping things secret. Because sometimes people don't know how to keep things to themselves. You know what I mean? We want to share everything, we want to share all our business on there. If typically more so than people that didn't really want us to succeed in the first place. But that's because we're so confident people, we want to share it. We want to share it. Let's just, step back, take a step back, and let's say to ourselves, listen, we're going to be, getting into a different position in life. We want to have something to hold within ourselves, right? So that new common position that you're going to be getting, even that interview that you're going to, you don't even know you're going to get the position or whatever. Let's just keep that to ourselves. And sometimes it's better that if you feel that they need to know that after, and let them know. But sometimes you just want to have a few things you just keep under your woodworks, you know what I mean, until the finished product is finished, right? You don't want to kind of jinx it, especially if you mislead information and tell the wrong person the wrong thing. You don't really want to mislead that and end up losing all your blessings because somebody want to pray you down, right? Not saying that will happen, I'm just saying it's just sometimes more appropriate to keep things in the woodworks. Alright, so Spirit definitely wants me to let you guys know the biggest thing in life is peace. Doesn't matter clothes, house, shoes, all that is fine. Enjoy it if you have it. Like trust me, it's nothing like going to the mall and buying a nice fit. I feel you on that. You feel me? But don't get discouraged if you're not at that time right now. Like don't look at other people because you see them buying the fastest car, the big house, they're telling you guys this and that, sharing it off, and you're like, nah, I want peace. If millions of dollars could get you peace, then it could get you peace. If building a tiny home could get you peace, then it could get you peace. If working on a career, let's put it like this. If I work on this career or any career, and let's say I make money, right? Boom, millions of dollars on my way. I need to be peaceful with what I'm doing in the first place, right? Regardless of how much money you gain after you start your career, you need to be able to do your career to begin with. Because if your career was so stressful that you stopped within a day, then I don't think you're gonna ever see those millions of dollars or like that, or all of that profit that you attain or are attracted to receive. You're not going to receive that because you're going to quit that career within a day because you're not really for that. You don't have a passion for it, nothing. So, and here's what's funny. If you do something that money doesn't matter in, like it doesn't, I'm not saying you can't, aspire to have wealth. I'm just saying that if you do things for money, typically you're going to get more stressed out than if you do things for not money. Because remember, peace is everything. You could lose the house, the car, all of that stuff could go. But peace would allow you to live with yourself knowing that whether you have it or you don't have it, you can have peace in yourself. So that's why it's important. Like I said, look, I will say this. Peace is more important than saving money sometimes, right? And I say this because I see a lot of people, they would, like, I don't know about you guys, but I've lived in a downstairs apartment, and I didn't want to move at first because I didn't want to save, or I wanted to save money, whatever. But where I'm at now, of course, it's more expensive, but it's peaceful, right? And me having peace. Now, I'm not saying everybody can't do that. I understand that, but me having peace is more important than saving a couple dollars. And I want to just let you guys know that if it means having not even paycheck to paycheck, but more so just having a little bit less dollars for actual spending things like going out or whatever, I definitely would say, you know, if you gotta give up a little party time for some peace in your hand, it's definitely worth it in the long end. Because the long game is you're gonna gain more financial situations anyway. And we would like to speak these things into existence, right? I would rather speak positive into your life than negative. So I do want to let you guys know that yes, I don't care what you might think you have planned. I would like for you to achieve your financial goals, right? Regardless of what you might think you're heading here, let's just speak that type of stuff. But for sure, peace. Peace is. Alright, so like a sunflower, you guys will shine. You got this aura. I know you guys got this aura. Shine came off you guys, and when you walk in the building, I know people turn their heads, they stare at you, they look at you, they're like, wow, this specimen of a human. They're admiring your shine capability. So use that. You know what I'm saying? Use that in a way that's going to put you in a better position. A lot of times we can often get we don't really know how to understand who we truly are. And listen, when you're on your journey, listen out for me. Listen to this. When you're on your journey and you have this energy towards something, this is how you know, like I said, this is how you know something's ready for you for the next 10, 20 years, because you're really passionate about it, you really want to do it, you really encourage you to do it. And that's what's going to bring on your aura. So if you want to know if you're really passionate about something, notice if you shine before you ignore. Like notice if you light up. Notice if you're energetic. If you're willing to do it even through your situations and whether you don't want to do it or not. That's going to bring out the real light within you, right? So we want to bring out the light within us, right? Don't everybody? So make sure that you guys are doing things that's going to really bring out the light. And if they do bring out the light, you know that that's really there for you for a long time to come. That's going to finish up with you guys reading from my Capricorn. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this reading, slightest bit of finding information, motivation, or origin. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.